It'd be good if I unmuted. Oh my goodness. All right. Goodness gracious. I'm going to show y'all something. Look it. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. And then look at my little Frenchie. It's not mine. It's just a Frenchie. Can I get a mic check? 1, 2. What's up, Ryan? Much love, buddy. And you got the face palm. Gotta love it. Love, love, love it. All right. I was supposed to do this. Let's do this.
2 seconds to get your shit, get stepping. Yeah, you got 2 seconds for all my goons and they pull weapons.
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat, baby. We be them shot collars, popping them top collars. A block full of raw wallets, dropping them hot dollars. Got about 2 seconds to get to stepping before I get to selecting the Smith & Wesson war weapon. Spit it so eloquently, my pistols represent me, bust until the round's empty. Salutes to Machiavelli, this is Illuminati. I rep it with the shotty, until the good Lord decides to come and take my body. But in the meantime, we grind, we ride. On any crooked politician in the world, we find. Get these motherfuckers slipping, then we skin them alive. Gotta let the venom run up in them, then we dig them inside. That's when we catch them in the street, in the flow of the traffic. Cock back and blow, light them up like a matchstick. I see you phony homies, you've been plotting all along. If you think you can stop us, you dead wrong. You dead wrong.
2 seconds to get your shit, get stepping. Yeah, you got 2 seconds for all my goons and they pull weapons.
It's time to rise up and break up out of the lockdowns. Take these fakes like Shill Gates, give them a smackdown. All the rest of it, they can catch a Mac round. We gon' keep on dropping the bodies until they back down. Popping off rounds like Yosemite Sam. Leave you flopping on the ground like a fish in the sand. Keep you slipping in your kitchen with your dick in your hand. I got my homies on a mission, kill you right where you stand. Let's get we stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Keep on riding for them legends like Gaddafi and Pop. And every other person in the game, you know that they shot. So we gon' keep it reppin' whether they like it or not. They thought they seen us coming, but I set a decoy. The troops are deployed, told them all to seek and destroy. It's time to come together from the west to the east. And we gotta find a way to stop this mark of the
You
beast.
got 2 seconds to get your shit, get stepping. Yeah, you got 2 seconds for all my goons and they pull weapons. You got 2 seconds.
To get out of here at that vaccine
Fuck outta here.
and that mark of the beast.
Fuck outta here.
All that shit, boy. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat.
Fuck outta here.
You know what time it
2
is.
seconds.
Go time.
2 seconds.
This is dedicated to defeating the beast. And for everyone that said they wanted nothing but peace, we gon' get us a piece. Yeah, we gon' take it. Now keep your head up, baby, because we gon' make it. True heroes, be killing vetoes, do it for zeros. Catch them in the castle and they hit them with kilos. Cock and reload, pull the Debo, that's how we roll. Quick to pull up when we start blasting. Spread assassins. That's right. That's right. It's fucking wartime. For all the cats you done killed, for all the legends you done knocked off, for everyone that you done murdered, big, we coming back for everything you know.
You got 2 seconds to get your shit, get stepping. Yeah, you got 2 seconds for all my goons and they pull weapons.
So, all right, how do I get this daggone clip off of y'all? All right. Much love, everybody. This is my good friend, Dabu7. Links are in description if you want to check out his Spotify. Also, his channel here on YouTube is Dabu77 and Dabu777. Much love to all of you. Jennifer Lynn, this is just going to be a chatting session. No conspiracy right now. Soon, just not right now. So, I may have it. I should. I think. Yeah, after the stream, I'll check you out. Get what you need now, folks. Stores are looking real thin. Amen, Ryan. I made the comment earlier, no pun intended to any Democrats, but I was like, they used all the paper with all the extra ballots and wiped their butt and ended up making a shortage of TP, right? Do you have a new number? Okay, Jen, can you email me? Or if you want on the last stream or on this stream, I've already got it set up to where all, unless you're a moderator, it'll automatically be approved. But that's why I'm calling this safe place, because if you leave me a comment, nobody will be able to see it but me. Unless you're a moderator and you leave a comment, then, the moderators can't see, but it's under my about section, Jen. It's fine. Much love, honey. All right. So, so there's a shortage of toilet paper. So go out and get your TP while you can. Or you can be like some people and just use cloth rags. No pun intended. Remy, if you're listening, I don't see you in the chat, but welcome to the Red Pilled Pop Trauma. Appreciate it. All you new members, the link is at the top pinned to join the membership. I plan on having a bunch of stuff here in the next couple days and in the next weeks to come. You can see all comments on here. Yeah, I'm talking about on the actual comments on the video part, safe place. So what I meant is if you're a moderator, your comment will be seen. Other people's will not. There's a shortage of everything. Yes, it's getting crazy again. You need some serious advice from the chatters. What's up, Marie's Kitty Cats? If you want, I can put the link. I was going to do some invitations anyway, so I'll go ahead and post the link in the chat. And so if y'all want to come up, all you got to do is just click the link. Just make sure you turn off all of your, clear off all of your things on your screen on your mobile device before you pop up, and mute your YouTube so there's no feedback. But yeah, it's getting scarce again, people. Hopefully, we were planning on going hunting this afternoon, but my husband didn't realize he had to work 12 hours. So we'll have to do that here in the next day or two. You have a 36-year-old son that has severe schizophrenia. Well, I don't think I'm obligated to give any type of medical advice. I would, I can pray for him, Maria. I can pray for him, most definitely. In my opinion, I can state that stuff like that can get a stronghold on you, and I think some of it can be demonic. That's just my opinion. But I have seen people that have come to know Jesus and have been able to turn away from certain things such as schizophrenia and also drugs, alcohol, and just completely walked away from that. So, I mean, you could pray with him if you're a believer, and if he's a believer, definitely where two or more are gathered, pray over him and take him to church, have the church. It does say in the Bible that the elderly, if they pray over someone, the elderly in the church prays over someone, that it can rid them of certain things. And he refuses to take his medications, and he is seriously controlling over me. He just went to the hospital to be hospitalized. Hopefully he can get some help in the hospital, and I will definitely pray for him. I don't need to know his name. I don't really need to know anything else to pray for him, because as you know, God knows all. So if somebody's ever asking to pray for you and they're like, okay, well, what's their name and what do I need to pray for them? They shouldn't ever ask that, because all in all, God knows all. So we need to have faith that God knows everything. He needs no details. We need no details to pray over someone or to pray for somebody. But yeah, most definitely keep him in my prayers. Maria, Jerry, love, what's going on? Walmart here redid their floors, saying they was making them pretty. They are ugly. I heard it's for easy cleanup. Yeah, the Walmart here redid their floors about 2 years ago. And I was like, okay, how did they do this? Because, you know, if you go from like wooden to the tile, there's usually like a break, you know, in the cart, but it just goes over smooth. So I think they did that whole paint fake wood stuff over the concrete is what I think they did. Either that or it's some real thin wood. I love your safe place innovation. I'm often afraid to post comment, drama community. Oh, you're welcome. No means no. You know, I thought about that the other day and I was like, you know, more creators should do that. They should create a safe place, especially if subs want to get a hold of the creator and they don't know how to do so. So if we make the safe place on certain videos, and when you go to create a video, you have that option via live stream or via upload to make all the comments to where you have to approve them. So therefore, they're all private unless you approve it. So I thought that would just be a good way for subs to be able to speak to us and not have to worry about it being seen by others. So yeah, hashtag safe place. The floors here, they tore them down to concrete and just put a gloss over it. Okay. Yeah, that's probably what they did here. It doesn't look like wood. It looks like wood, but it doesn't feel like wood. It's like all smooth and stuff. So let me ask, if you all can put a 1 in the chat, if my mic sounds okay, because I'm using the expensive Yeti that I don't like to use because typically I have background noise via kids, via trains, and dogs. So since everybody is passed out, I figured I would use my good mic. It's weird. What's weird? Jerry? You definitely have to be careful who lays hands on you. Yeah, use that discernment. And, you know, hopefully if somebody, they know if they're saved or not, and they shouldn't want to lay hands on you if they're not saved. Let's just say that. Number 1. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. I don't sound like I'm broadcasting from space. That's good, Jen. I don't want to sound like I'm broadcasting from space because you don't want to know what I think about space. But that's another broadcast. Okay. I actually have a friend that used to work in NASA. I may have to bring him on here sometime. What do y'all think? Let's see. Miss Jen B in the house. What's up, Jen B? Jen B is a very, very dear, good friend of mine. She's an angel, you all. Very sweet, very kind-hearted. And I couldn't ask for a better friend. Just saying. What's up, Turquoise? No means no. Thanks for the 1. Maurice Kitty Cats, your son is where he needs to be. I agree. It was funny the other day. My son said, Mom, he's like, I have, what did he say? Arachnophobia. I said, no, you don't. He's like, yeah, I do. I said, you think jumping spiders are cute. You don't have arachnophobia. Okay. He's like, well, some spiders. I'm like, yeah, but you can't think a jumping spider is cute and say you have arachnophobia, you goober. Okay. He like wants 3 jumping spiders as pets. You know, some of those are poisonous. Y'all ever seen the big great black ones with the neon green eyes and the neon green butts? I think those are the poisonous ones. One time your bra was unsnapped. Oh my gosh. That leads me to a funny story. So my husband, I dated him in high school, right? And there was this one time we were on break right before the end of the school. We got like I think it was a 30-minute break or whatever. And we all met in this big room right next to the gymnasium. And I went up to hug him, and the bra that I had literally snapped in front and it broke. So before the next period, I ran into the classroom, grabbed the stapler off the desk, and literally stapled my bra together because I was, too embarrassed to have like my bra broke and didn't want to go without a bra. So by the time I got home, needless to say, the staples had been gone. And there was no fixing that bra. But yeah, it literally, it snapped and it broke. I strongly suspect that my son loosened my bra when I went to sleep, but this happens to me. Oh my God, that's funny. Why would he do that? That's kind of weird. Yeah. Why would you think your son would do that? Huh? I don't even want to know, Marie's kitty cat. Don't want to know. But yeah. It was the other day we were sitting here and I was in a YouTube chat and they were talking about having to use the bathroom and just go wherever. And I was like, well, don't worry. I got a story for you. So I'm going to tell you all my little story. Some people know this story. Some people don't. I've not made it too public. I was on a podcast and I explained it then, but it's been about a year or so. But anyways, about a year and a half ago, me and my husband were on the highway and there was a really bad wreck. And I'm telling you what, traffic was backed up for at least 2-3 miles. Okay. And all of a sudden, I think we were deer hunting. I think we were either deer hunting or we had just went and seen my mom. But regardless, all right, traffic's backed up. And my husband looks over at me and he's like, I got to go. I'm like, what do you mean you've got to go? We're at a standstill. Cars on each side of us. Okay. Yeah, Belinda remembers this. He's like, I got to go poo. I said, no, you don't. I said, do you realize we are in the highway? We are at a standstill and there are cars on each side of us. Okay. And I think I was on the phone with a friend. Yeah, I was on the phone with a friend. I was like, we just left my mom's. Why did you not go there? So he has like a phobia of going number 2 at other places other than home. We're not even 5 minutes away from my house, but literally traffic is at a standstill. And so he jumps out. No joke. We're in his truck. He jumps out, gets in front. Oh my gosh. I so wish I could like show you all how he did this. Literally, like he's facing me. Okay. Holds on to the rails. He's got one of those winch rails in the front of his truck and squats and takes a number 2. Well, it's cold. Okay. I thought I had my window all the way up. No, my window was cracked. All of a sudden, I can tell the minute that stuff hit the concrete, the smell just comes into the bed of the truck or the cab of the truck. I'm like, oh my God, I could not stop laughing. I almost peed my pants. I was like, I can't believe you freaking did that. He's like, oh my God, I feel better. I said, as soon as we get home, you're getting in that shower. No. You're going to get in that shower and whatever you have on's going in the trash. Just saying. I cannot believe he did that. He literally took a poo right there in the highway. So I made a joke. We went down the highway like the next day. And when we were coming back, I was like, look, there's your stain. And literally, it was dark because I remembered the mile marker. Of course, we had stayed there for like ever. And I'm like, hey, baby, you remember that one time? Oh my God. Like really? So yeah, I can honestly say that my husband took a poo right in the middle of a highway. Speaking of highways, last night, there was a 4-point buck right in the middle of the highway. No other cars in sight. Just walking like he owned the place. Walked right across. I'm like, oh my gosh, you can tell it's deer season. But yeah, be careful in the mornings and around between 5 p.m. and 6:30 at night, and then on, because deer are running rampant. Let me get StreamYard up to where I can like show your all's comments and stuff. Maria says, the thing is, I have a daughter that's 34 years of age. It's been hospitalized for about 10 years with severe. So it probably runs in your family, Maria. Yeah. If your son and your daughter have that. Well, prayers for both of them, okay? Forever memories at the 5-mile marker. Exactly, Belinda. Jennifer says, if anyone wants to pray for my son and his football team. They play Saturday. Oh, most definitely, Jennifer. We'll do. Deer and turkey everywhere. Yeah. Which is why they allow hunting. Yeah, because if they didn't allow hunting, guys, I mean, a lot of the stuff you find in the store isn't like wild, but they have to be able to slaughter animals, same as hunting, or they will get overpopulated. The only thing that I don't get is when the pandemic started, did you all hear about, like, you had the people that raised chickens and that raised cows, and they were literally having to euthanize these animals. Oh, and I didn't think it made much sense, because as a farmer, you would still feed those animals daily, right? Or do they? I don't understand how it works. I mean, like cows and stuff, yeah, they have to be a certain age, but it's not like they're gonna get too old. I don't know how that works. I don't understand why they were having to slaughter these chickens and these cows and stuff. I know there weren't any orders being done at that time, but it's not like they were going to have so many animals to where they couldn't do anything with them. I really couldn't grab that whole aspect of the animals having to be slaughtered. Maybe the eggs having to be thrown out, or they could just, there's so many people that do without food. Why couldn't you just go to like a farmer's market and say, here's free eggs, or if you want to sell them here you go. Because I know when I had chickens, I literally gave my eggs away to like the neighbors. I had so many eggs, I didn't know what to do with them. So I just gave them away. I didn't sell them. And if you haven't tried a brown egg, my goodness, once you go to a brown egg, you try eating a white egg and there's like no flavor whatsoever. So I always get at the grocery store cage-free brown eggs ever since I've had chickens. Not ever since, but I remember not too long ago, my husband bought a dozen white eggs. I didn't even want to eat them because they had no flavor. So from then on out, I've bought brown eggs. Yeah, they're all over the place, Belinda. It's crazy. Absolutely. Can y'all hear that train? I just want to see if y'all can hear it. Sometimes it's louder than others. You might not be able to hear it. They are very smart. When I was younger, I lived next to train tracks, of course, and then there was this farmhouse right next door to me. And there was this little white calf. I thought it was just a dairy farm. Okay. And to this day, I'm going to still tell myself that. And maybe nothing happened. I don't want to think the worst. But we hadn't lived there very long. And of course, there was a fence that separated us from the house next door. The little, dairy farm is what I'm going to call it. And there was this little cow. It was black and white spotted, which typically means dairy. That's just in my mind. You think dairy farm, cow, black, white, blah, 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 right? Well, there's this calf, and I trained it. You can call me an animal whisperer, whatever, but I trained it and named it Babyface. And every day I would go to the fence and I would say, Babyface, and it would come running. Okay. Bye, Jennifer Lynn. Much love, honey. Email me. And it would come running every day, and it would literally suck on my hand. You know how calves do. They suck on your hand. And I'm like, oh, it's so cute. Every day, same time. I would try to make it same time. Baby face. For about 2 weeks, okay, this cow would come and suck on my hand, as I would call it, baby face. One day, I called, and baby face didn't show up. And that daggone train's getting louder. I even have my headphones on. It's loud on my end. But babyface didn't show one day. And then the next day, I called. Babyface still didn't come. I wanted so bad to go next door and ask them where my calf was, even though I'd never talked to them. But I just came to the conclusion that babyface died. And I think he was slaughtered. But I still tell myself that just, something was wrong with it and passed away. But I do think it was slaughtered. Daggone it. Why they got to do that? So I have a soft spot for calves. Except, just calves, not cows. Because at one time I had a cow chase me, and that wasn't fun. So. All right. So I'm going to switch this to a little bit of a political chat. I was sent the PDF of Trump's court documents. I haven't looked at them. But interestingly enough, it says versus Donald Trump, the President of the United States, comma, INC, period. Okay. I just thought that was interesting. I'd never seen it titled that way. Of course, in the court of law, not sure if that's ever happened before in the court of law, where you have a standing president suing an actual state. So give me just a minute. I'm going to see if I can pull that up, and we're going to look at it together, okay? In the meantime, while we're waiting, I'm going to play you all a clip, okay? And just give me just a minute while I'm getting this pulled up, and you all can enjoy this clip. I'll play a couple of them for you.
You see that dirt road, that path there on the left?
Yeah.
If you just follow that all the way up, I'll take you to the hot springs.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, no. You bet. Y'all have a good time.
Oh, will do. Hey, what's your pet rat's name?
Is my pet what?
What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know him.
I laugh every time. Every time I laugh. I don't know him.
1/3 of the angels fell, good versus evil, heaven and hell. And now I'm caught in a battle between the light and the darkness and places unseen.
There was an effort made by the dark forces to take the initiative to contact mankind and to introduce them and teach them these techniques.
We need a cure! We need a cure!
Why, the only cure is bed rest. Anything I give you would only be a placebo.
Where do we get these placebos?
Maybe there's some in this truck. I'm cured. Ouch.
I'm cured. Ouch. So do you all, Belinda, I know you know what that's from, but that's a clip of The Simpsons, of course. And you know how over the years they've been able to predict stuff. Okay. So when this pandemic started, there was some killer bees that actually came out at the same time. So that's what that clip is kind of connected to. Okay. Turquoise says, my guy I listened to from Israel says big stuff's going to happen. He still thinks a chance for Pete Trump. Yeah. So I don't want to say, I can't say right now what I know. Okay. How can I word this? Let's just say, don't throw him out just yet. Okay. All right. If you all look back, remember the Al Gore President Bush election? It was killer hornets, I do believe. Anyways, it was bees, regardless. Anyways, don't put me off track. So, Al Gore, Bush Jr., the media actually stated, the media, which is not the ones that call it, they called Al Gore president when Bush actually won. The media called it as president, Mr. Al Gore. And it took till December 13th for Mr. Al Gore to concede. So, I believe that was the longest running concession right there, was December 13th. So I would say he's either going to try to make that milestone or either go above and beyond that. But I don't think there's going to be a concession. And that's why I'm going to try to get these court documents pulled up. So and those clips, I thought they were longer, but I'm going to play this clip. It's a little bit longer, and see if I can get that PDF. I may just have to share my entire screen. But watch this little clip right here. And this has to do with some good things that Mr. Trump's working on and has been working on since the beginning of his presidency. I have my feelings about the whole Democrat-Republican. I'm really on neither side, but right is right. And I do like what Trump did as far as this stuff goes. And I played this little clip in my last video where I showed my memberships. That was the upload right before this live stream. So watch this. It's just a couple minutes long. I'm going to try to get that PDF pulled up, and we'll talk about it. Okay.
Remember this: nothing worth doing ever, ever, ever came easy. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. And they know what is right, but they don't have the courage or the guts or the stamina to take it and to do it. It's called the road less traveled. What imprint will you leave in the sands of history? What will future Americans say we did in our brief time right here on Earth? Take the children and yourself and hide out in the cellar. By now the fighting will be close at hand. Don't believe the church and state and everything they tell you. Believe in me, I'm with the high command. My administration is 100% committed to eradicating human trafficking from the earth, this form of modern-day slavery here in the United States and all around the world. We are dismantling the criminal organizations that make large-scale human trafficking possible. We will not rest until we've stopped every last human trafficker and liberated every last survivor.
All right, I'm looking over this before I show it to you real quick. I've got both of them pulled up. Here's one. It's a final ruling dated November 13th, 2020. And of course, let me just look at this real quick. I want to make sure this is something I can publicly show. So give me just a second. Oh my word. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so I have two PDF court documents here. The first one is, of course, with President Trump. The other one is James Gallagher and Kevin Kiley versus Gavin Newsom. If you don't know who Gavin Newsom is, he's the governor of the state of California. And I have the statement of decision. Okay. I cannot see the chat right now. Let me get these chats pulled up. All right. I'm going to see if it'll let me share my screen and actually show this as an example. Application window. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you all can see. All right. Can you all just put a 1 in the chat if you all can see that pretty good? Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is what I get for having a PDF, free PDF reader. So yeah, there's 87 pages of this stuff. Let me make it bigger. All right. Can you all see that? Okay. Do I need to just make it just that way? Is that better? Okay. This is an actual court document. All right. In the United States District Court for the Middle District of Pennsylvania. Donald J. Trump for President, Inc. Okay. Lawrence Roberts and David John Henry. These are his attorneys, plaintiffs, versus you've got Kathy Bookvar. Is that correct spelling? In her capacity as Secretary of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. All right. The Board of Elections. I'm not going to read all those. Okay. I have not skimmed over this one. I was going to make sure that the first one I could read, which I'm just going to read it anyways. Okay. You can't read it. All right. Let me see if I can make this bigger. See, I'm looking at my dual screen. Is that better? Can you all read that? You have to make it whole screen to read. Can you put a 1 in the chat if that's better? Better? Well, that's as big as I can make it. Either way, whether I have dual screen or not, guys. All right, let's go down to the next page. Okay, it's the first amended verified complaint for declaratory and injunctive relief. Plaintiffs, by their undersigned counsel, hereby complain of defendants as follows. All right, I'm gonna have to take StreamYard off just so I can have it my whole screen. So bear with me 2 seconds. All right, introduction. American citizens deserve fair elections. Every legal, not illegal vote should be counted, and no government power, be it state or federal, should deny American citizens the right to observe the process by which votes are cast, processed, and tabulated. We protect our democracy with complete transparency, or a constitutional republic. Nothing less than the integrity of the 2020 presidential election is at stake in this action. Defendants, the very officials charged with ensuring the integrity of the election in Pennsylvania, have so mismanaged the election process that no one not the voters and not President Trump's campaign, can have any faith that their most sacred and basic rights under the United States Constitution are being protected. Now, I'm not sure why this is like crossed out, but I'm going to read it anyways. So just enjoy the ride. No, I'm not CIA. I have sources, daggone you. The evidence is plain that defendants have been and blatantly violating the protections and procedures, including those enacted by the Pennsylvania General Assembly, vitally necessary to ensure that the votes of the citizens of Pennsylvania are not illegally diluted by invalid ballots and that the election is free and fair. While the bedrock of American elections has been transparency, almost every critical aspect of Pennsylvania's November 3rd, 2020 general election was effectively shrouded in secrecy. Democrat majority counties provided political parties and candidates, including the Trump campaign, no meaningful access or where did you go? That's weird. Access or, that's number 3. Receipt. Oh, it's not showing it. Look. Number 3. And then it skips to 5. Ooh. Oh, it's because I had it zoomed in. I'm like, oh goodness, get your tinfoil hats on. Access actual opportunity to review and assess mail-in ballots during the pre-canvassing meetings. Allegheny and Philadelphia counties alone received and processed 600, if y'all want to take notes, go ahead. 682,479 mail-in and absentee ballots without review by the political parties and candidates. These are unprecedented numbers in Pennsylvania's election history. Rather than engaging in an open and transparent process to give credibility to Pennsylvania's brand new voting system, the processes were hidden during the receipt, review, opening, and tabulation of those 682,479 votes. Why is this indirect contravention to the election code? The counties conducted the canvassing and tabulation in the convention center rooms and placed observers far away from the action. Now, from what I can gather, and this has been stated, that they wanted the observers to be 6 feet away. And then they changed it to 20 feet away. And then they changed it to where, here, you can just go outside and watch us through the windows, which then ended up putting them 20 to 30 to 50, 60 feet away. Okay? Post the link to the doc. I sure will, Belinda. I will post the link to the doc. Okay, so they placed observers far away from the action. In the case of Philadelphia County, when an emergency order was issued requiring them to provide meaningful access to representatives, Philadelphia failed to comply. Now, I'm not sure if you all saw the footage. I have a video in the works of all of this put together. Now, this as including the footage where there was one observer. Okay, so in Philadelphia, they had what you would call watchers. 2 watchers are appointed per district, and they have any district in Philadelphia. All right? In this one district, and it actually showed his watcher document that he was appointed. It said any district in Philadelphia, any, A-N-Y. They told him, and it's all on video, that location, he was not allowed to go in and observe. They were going to call the police and all this kind of stuff. And he actually showed his name. He showed the document himself. He said, I should be able to come in. They refused him entry. What a watcher does when they go to the polls is they're supposed to be able to observe. They're also supposed to be able to look at the machines to be able to see if there's any fraud or any mishap going on. They're supposed to be watchers on both sides via the political aspect of the Democrats and Republicans. There's also policemen that are in there and able to watch as well. If you all do not think that fraud was going on in this election, you've got another thing coming, because the evidence just keeps getting stacked upon stacked upon stacked. Even if you're Democrat and you voted for Biden, Sleepy Joe, you should still be outraged at this. Okay? Do you all want to know something? Their glitch that happened for the Cytle Dominion machines, do you all not realize that happened in the 2016 election? It glitched not in their favor. Think about this. Hillary had a whole party room set up thinking she was going to win that night. She thought for sure she was going to win that night. It took her 2 days to concede. There was fraud then. Are you getting this? The only reason that the fraud wasn't put out then is because they would have told on themselves. They didn't want it investigated them because it backfired on them. She had that whole party room ready to go. She thought for sure, but it backfired. Not in their favor, okay? That's why they were able to find all this stuff. Now, there is rumor that the ballots have certain software on them. I cannot state whether that's true or false. But by golly, if it is true, they can tell if there is such technology on ballots via watermark, via electronic, via internet. However, if they have like a special light put on them, if that is true, do you all not realize that they can tell if it's been burned, if it's been thrown away? It doesn't matter if it's even been counted yet or not. They would be able to tell. So it doesn't matter what party you're a part of or affiliated with. Okay? You should be outraged regardless. We are supposed to be a free country with transparency. Do you get what I'm saying? They need, if we cannot trust the system that we have, how many elections have been done that, how long has this been going on, you guys? Okay? And I was taking some time reviewing the 2016 election results. I believe it's CNN. I have some of it recorded. I have some notes taken. I plan on playing it and doing a live reaction to it. And after knowing what I know now, yeah, I think so, because Kennedy was fully aware of this stuff. And you have to remember too, I hate when I interrupt myself. You have to remember too that just lost my freaking train of thought. Kennedy was aware of this. That's why they took him out. Kennedy wanted full transparency. Full transparency. 2008, according to the SG-22 report. Thanks, Juju. That's pretty sad. That's pretty freaking sad. Oh, and have you all not noticed? I don't know where you live, but where I live, in the last 3 or 4 days, each day gas is going up more and more and more. Do you all remember back in 2008 through 2012 how much gas was per gallon? Didn't take very long, did it? Okay, the media thinks they have called Biden. Okay. But gas also went up 30 cents in a freaking day. Back in 2008, that's when gas was $4 and $5 a gallon. I remember that because I was stuck for 26 days, 60 to 75 miles away without my family. My husband could not afford to come see me except for once or twice a week because gas was so expensive. It got up to $5 where I live. That's when Biden was VP. People must have forgot, whoever voted must have forgot, because that high gas price is also a big part of why we had such a bad recession. And I said it then and I say it now. The price of gas, it makes a difference on the economy. So much so that if it's already going up 30 cents a day, like here now, you just best hope that Trump is back in there. Okay. That's all I got to say about that. But there's so much evidence, you all. If I was finished with the video, I would go ahead and play it for you all. But I'm going to upload it probably tomorrow. I'll put it on the channel sometime tomorrow afternoon. But the evidence just keeps, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The list of evidence. There was an actual postal worker, a whistleblower. And yes, Project Veritas is a very good place for information. And I believe Project Veritas actually pointed this out. The whistleblower contacted, it may have been Project Veritas that they contacted, but the poor guy was a whistleblower for the Postal Service. He stated that it was already the 4th and the 5th. They had ballots coming in and they were told to backdate them to the 3rd so that they could be counted. There's also a video that I have, a clip. I'm not sure where the location is. That's why I haven't put it out yet. But there's an actual dumpster where they find loads and loads and loads of nothing but Trump ballots in this dumpster. Guess what Twitter wanted to do? Twitter wanted to take that down, and they have. They keep taking it down. They keep censoring. Every tweet that Trump puts out, they censor him and say, the election fraud has not been. What is the, hold on. You're still going to be able to see my screen, I believe. I'm still, oh, what happened? So it's not showing. Wow. Okay. I'll have to pull that back up here in a second. But I want to tell you all, every time Trump tweets, what it is saying for him. It's so sad. It is so sad. He's being censored so bad. And, you know, like I said, I'm not going either way on this, but you can definitely see that fraud is happening. The amount of fraud and the fact that we are the people trying to expose it and are being censored. And here twins, come on, Jack, quit censoring the freaking president of the United States, whether you like him or not. I just got a photo sent 14 minutes ago. I'm going to have to pull that up. You must know I'm live. No one. All right, hold on. Let me look. I've got Twitter pulled up, but I'm not going to share my screen just yet. Just bear with me. Trump. Okay, so I type in Trump in Twitter, and you would think it would pull him up, but it doesn't. It does not pull up Donald Trump to begin with. All right. The claim about election fraud is disputed. All right. StreamYard. Let me share this. This is just... All right. This is 10 hours ago. Trump tweeted, The rate of rejected mail-in ballots is 30 times lower in Pennsylvania this year than it was in 2016. Fact. This is probably what they're trying to dispute. This is why they kept our poll watchers and observers out of the sacred voting counting rooms. That's also fact. However, Twitter wants to censor, and it says this claim about election fraud is disputed. How can they dispute it? It's in the court of law right now. And yes, I hearted it and I retweeted it because I have the freaking documents here to show. I'm not trying to show you all my DMs or anything. Let me pull that up. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to pull up my DMs real quick and see. Okay, so these are the pages that prove MSM is lying. I'm going to have these pulled up in another window, a new tab, new window. I have to see how far this is going. All right. This is just, it's getting frustrating. You know, I took a couple weeks off as far as the whole election thing. It's sad. All right. Let's show y'all what we're talking about here. All right. Oh, my allergies, you guys. It's getting bad. Okay, so this is a document that proves that MSM is lying. Uneven treatment of watchers and representatives at the county election boards canvassing of ballots. In every instance where an absentee or mail-in ballot is opened and canvassed by a county election board, poll watchers and canvass representatives are legally permitted to be present. And of course, it says see election code 1308, B in parentheses. And then it says watchers shall be permitted to present when the envelopes containing efficient absentee ballots and mail-in ballots are opened, and when such ballots are counted and recorded. Poll watchers and canvass representatives serve the important purpose of assuring voters, candidates, political parties, and political bodies who may question the fairness of the election process, that the same is conducted in compliance with the law and is done in a correct manner which protects the integrity and validity of the vote and ensures that all elections are free, open, fair, and honest. That's why I said no matter what party you're a part of, this should matter to you. If you live here in America, this should freaking matter. But no, the MSM, CNN, everybody else is running with, oh, there's no election fraud going on. Guess what? We got proof. We have cameras. We have footage. And we will continue to show it whether you take it down or leave it up, damn it. Defendants have not allowed watchers and representatives to be present when the required declarations on envelopes containing official absentee and mail-in ballots are reviewed for sufficiency, when the ballot envelopes are opened, and when such ballots are counted and recorded. Instead, watchers were kept by security personnel and a metal barricade. I'm going to repeat this. Watchers were kept by security personnel and a metal barricade from the area where the review, opening, and counting were taking place. Consequently, it was physically impossible to view the envelopes or ballots. All right, so that one was I just want to make sure I share both of these with you all. That was D. All right. I hate StreamYard sometimes. Let me get that other one pulled up here. And, all right. That was D. All right. Get the other one pulled up. All right. Here we go. Come on. Oh, now I'm going to freeze. Really? Not responding. Bear with me. Technical difficulties. Seems like every time I get on something good, it's not responding. Thanks. Appreciate that. I don't know if you all can hear me. Give me just a second. I'm going to have to do a Control-Alt-Delete real quick. This is freaking crazy. None of my screens are responding. Wow. You can hear me? Okay, so I literally had to shut down Chrome. Didn't know if y'all could hear me or not. But as soon as I pulled up that second doc, boom, boom, both screens go not responding. You can't hear anything. I hope you can hear me now. All right, so let me get this other tab open. I'm telling you. I'm not going to restore those pages. I'm just going to X out, and I'm just going to show you what I want to show you. Give me just a second. I got to pull it up again. I don't have chat pulled up. Okay, so I'm told the second document I'm going to show you shows that MSM, mainstream media, is lying. But if you read the suit, you see that MSM is just flat out lying. All right, this second document I'm going to pull up, and then let me share it to you guys. Obviously, somebody does not want this shown. Yeah, okay, so let me just state this for the record. If you all are not aware, YouTube went down worldwide about 3-4 days ago. All right. Ever since then, in live stream chats, you have Google moderators deleting comments, and I'm talking random comments that have nothing to do with anything. No certain language. It's just an AI bot that is going in and deleting comments. So if your comment gets deleted by Google moderator, I apologize. I have no control over it. Do not get upset. I'm just the messenger. Okay. But yeah, just if you can, if Google, I'm having this recorded, so hopefully I'll be able to see what gets deleted and what doesn't on my end. I don't know. A Google mod was banning people for saying, hey, man. Interesting. You know, Target did that as well. Target wanted to ban employees from saying, hey, guys. That's pretty sad, if you ask me. Sorry. No offense, no pun intended at anybody, but that's just crazy. All right, let's get this doc pulled up. All right, this is the next document that shows that MSM is lying. This is the Pennsylvania doc. Trump versus Pennsylvania. In Century County, the central pre-canvassing location was a large ballroom. The setup was such that the poll watchers did not have meaningful access to observe the canvassing and tabulation process of mail-in and absentee ballots. And in fact, the poll watchers and observers who were present could not actually observe the ballots, such that they could confirm or object to the validity of the ballots. In Philadelphia County, poll watchers and canvass representatives were denied access altogether. I think that's the same district that one guy showed his watcher document. I know it was the District of Philadelphia. Delaware County, observers were denied access to a backroom counting area. After a court-ordered injunction, the poll watchers and canvass representatives were finally allowed in the backroom counting area on November 5th. Wow, 2 days after the initial counting of the ballots. 2 days after Election Day. Are you kidding me? Do you realize how much could have happened in those 2 days? Sure, we'll go ahead and let you in now, 2 days after the fact. So they were finally allowed in the backroom counting area on November 5th of 2020 to observe, but only for 5 minutes every 2 hours. Are you kidding me? During the allowed observation time in the backroom counting area, the observers witnessed tens of thousands of paper ballots. I'm just going to make this big for a second, okay? Get your screenshots, people. And I will put the link to this in the description box and in the comments, and I'll go ahead and pin it as well. Other Pennsylvania counties provided watchers with appropriate access to view the ballots as required by Commonwealth law. However, defendants intentionally denied the Trump campaign access to unobstructed observation and ensure opacity, denying plaintiffs and the residents of Pennsylvania the equal protection of the law. Wow. With particular regard to the Philadelphia County Board of Elections, the board would not permit the Trump campaign's watchers to be within, and I don't have the next page of that document. I do have the full document, 145, 139. Okay, so let me see if I can find that on the PDF real quick. Hold on. Stop sharing. All right. 135, 139. I have a supplemental brief motion for TRO. And then I have the U.S. government courts. And then the final ruling PDF. So I believe it's this one. And then I'm going to share my screen. I just don't want you all to have to watch me search all the way through it. There's 87 pages. Let's see if it'll let me search. 138. Other Pennsylvania counties watched. Paper ballots, tens of thousands. Poll watchers, canvass representatives. Okay, so I believe I found the document. It's on page 57. So when I post this link, you all can pull this up. Let me share my screen. Are you kidding me? All right, so I go to share my screen. I have the PDF pulled up. I hit application window. And, before I've already shared this. Is it a spell or something? No, it's 5660. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm trying to share my screen on the PDF reader, and it's not even popping up for me to do. So now I'm going to have to do my entire freaking screen and do it that way. And hope that you all can see it. Wow. With particular regard to the Philadelphia County Board of Elections, the board would not permit the Trump campaign's watchers to be within 6 feet of all aspects of the pre-canvassing process in direct contravention of the Commonwealth Court Judge Christina Fazazzo's Cannon's November 5th, 2020 order. Mind you, the night of election, I want to remind you all that the state of Philadelphia was asked to stop counting. They did not. So on November 5th, there was an order requiring that all candidates, watchers, or candidate representatives be permitted to be present for canvassing process and to be permitted to observe all aspects of the canvassing process within 6 feet. The order required the Philadelphia Board of Elections to comply and allow watcher to be within 6 feet by 10:30 a.m. But at 10:35 a.m., the workers were denied entry. Instead, the board sent all of the workers on a break. Previously, workers received breaks on a rolling basis, and the commissioners met off-site. 2 hours later, the workers returned, and the watchers were allowed to be within 6 feet but within 6 feet of the first row of counters only. Wow. Within a short period of time, the workers began working at other rows that were well beyond 6 feet, rendering it impossible for watchers to observe. The rows that were more than 25 feet beyond the area where watchers were allowed. Moreover, during the course of the entire period, the workers repeatedly removed ballots, sometimes over 100 feet away. Wow. To do something with them, which the Trump campaign's watchers were unable to observe. Other counties in the Commonwealth afford watchers the right to be present. That is, to be able to meaningfully view and even read when official absentee and mail-in ballots are reviewed, being open, counted, and recorded as required. It is estimated that 680,770 ballots were processed by I'm not sure how to pronounce that county, and Philadelphia County Boards of Elections when no observation was allowed. A shocking number of mail-in ballots have inexplicably appeared in counties since the November 4th ballot reports. For instance, in Delaware County, the county's Wednesday, November 4th report indicated that Delaware County reported it as received about 113,000 mail-in ballots, counted approximately 93,000 voted ballots. Then on the next day, November 5th, the Secretary of the Commonwealth's 430 report reflected that Delaware County had received about 114,000 ballots. Several hours later, the Delaware County solicitor reported to an observer that the county had received about 126,000 mail-in ballots and counted 122,000. As of Sunday, November 8th, the Department of State's website reflected that the county had counted 127,000 mail-in ballots. Wow. Plaintiffs have received no explanation for where the additional 14,000 ballots came from, when they arrived, or why they are included in the current count. And see, this happened everywhere, not just Philadelphia. And that's why, was it Georgia that got a full recount? I believe they were permitted to do a full recount. Oh my gosh, you guys. And I'm not sure why all of that's crossed out. I'm going to have to look at that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be reading the crossed out part. It's crossed out for a reason, right? This right here, see how it says 151, 144? They've had to, I guess, edit it, and now it was 151, but now it's 144. In Delaware County, an observer in the county office where mail-in ballots were counted was told by Delaware County solicitor that ballots received November 4th were not separated from the ballots received on Election Day, and the county refused to answer any additional questions. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're red or blue. This should freaking make you mad. And this could go against any party. Okay? And they've already come out and said that the Dominion system, which has a computer software, glitched. Okay? Now, I want to state this for the record. May 11th, 2020, I had a dream. Okay? I kept seeing the name Ben, B as in boy, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy. Ben, years, like several years, okay? I kept seeing that name in my dream, okay? Next to it was this like a blockchain symbol. And as soon as I woke up from this dream, I wrote it down. I drew it. Come to find out, and I've mentioned this on Twitter, there's a name, Ben Yearsley, who actually works with a company that specializes in the IT tech of Schroeder's voting systems. Why did I have that dream? Why did I keep seeing that name? I didn't see the full name, but I put 2 and 2 together and figured it out. And that was on May 11th. And they say that you can't see numbers and words and letters in your dreams. BS. Look up the name, Ben Yearsley. Yeah, God works in mysterious ways, y'all. I'm not going to finish reading this because I'm going to allow you all to read it on your own time. I will be here all night reading this stuff. But, oh, stop it. Yeah, I just want to stop sharing my screen. But this is absolutely crazy, you all. You hate gematria? It's gematria. Okay. Gematria is actually premonitions. Yeah, I don't know why I dreamt that, Nikias. I don't know. But it's very odd that Ben Yearsley actually works for Schroeder's, which is connected to the voting system companies. Also look up Seidel. That's SCYTLE. Seidel is a company that works with Dominion that has been shown to have the voter fraud within their system. You know, Dominion is the company that actually had the glitch within. And I really do think that there could be a possibility, in quote, allegedly, Schroeder's possibly being connected to all of this. Don't know why I dreamt it. All I know is I dreamt it. I wrote it down. I drew it. And I've got it all in a video ready to show you guys. So didn't know it then, but I know now. I know. I need to breathe. I know. This is just getting... Y'all don't understand. I'm sure you do. But the level of research that you could just get overwhelmed. And it is a terrible thing when you start to research and you get down these rabbit holes and you just keep going and keep going and keep going. And it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And you're like, oh my gosh, should I have been screen recording every bit of this so that I don't miss something? So that if I go back, will I be able to find? Because, you know, I've had my history totally zapped from my Chrome or whatever I'm using, to where I've lost certain things. I've had stuff downloaded to where it just disappears. Just like a while ago, I tried showing a document. My whole computer just freezes. All the daggone time this kind of stuff happens. And you're thinking, okay, am I just crazy, or should I look more into why this is happening, or is this happening on purpose, or is this just coincidental? You know, you get all these things. But when you're in the type of when you're like in the truther aspect of things, you are watched, and there are certain things that they don't want you saying and doing, and you're censored. Just keep that in mind. So if I am live and I'm reading something that may have a detrimental aspect on people's opinions and I start freezing and my stream goes down, please bear with me, guys, and stay here. Know that it's probably a glitch, or I could be being censored. So please don't leave when that happens. Stick with me, guys. Okay? That's all I ask. Don't leave the live stream. Just give me a few minutes and come back. You know, just don't leave completely. Just stay with me, guys. I appreciate you all being here. And like I said, look into to Schroeder's Mr. Ben. I dreamt it for a reason. No, I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. It's just, it gets overwhelming trying to show you all this stuff. And then you're in the middle of something and the freaking computer just starts freezing when it hasn't froze on you all daggone day. Everything's been running smooth, It gets very overwhelming. So I don't know if it's still there, but if y'all want to join the membership, the link's there. I'm going to be doing some giveaways here in the next month. I'm going to give that time to calculate. And of course, I always give back to you guys what I get in. And then that way I'll be able to hopefully get an external hard drive as well. For me to be able to do this, I have got to empty my computer. But there's so much on here I do not want to get rid of. Because if I empty it, that's just, it's stuff I need. I actually ordered an external hard drive for my brother. He works on PCs. He fixes them. I paid $30 for this hard drive and it doesn't work. So now he has to order a cable. It's already been 2 weeks and it hasn't come. So hopefully I'll be able to get that working, downloaded, and be able to provide you all kinds of stuff because I want to show you all some things that I've got. But I have no way. Sometimes the files are so big, I can't do it like on a live stream. So I have to put it into a video, but sometimes the files are too big. It won't let me put it in a video when I've got so much space already on the PC. So I really need to get that external hard drive and get stuff put on it to where I can transfer it back and forth to make a video. So I hope you all enjoyed this stream. I've kind of been everywhere. There's a lot of catching up I want to do with you all. There's a lot of stuff I want to show you all. Like I said, I'm going to put out the video tomorrow. Make sure you watch it. It's going to be jam-packed with proof. And you are going to enjoy it. Trust me. Like I said, membership links at the top. Dabu7, much love. Your music's on my countdown, man. I gotcha. Ryan and C, Nikias, Christy. I know I've always totally butcher your name. Can you just type in the chat? Do you want me to call you Nikias, or is it how you say it, or is it Neakas? If you could just put it in the chat how I'm supposed to pronounce it, that would be awesome. Because I always say Nikias, always have. And I'm probably butchering it every time. Appreciate it. Hey, Christy. Good to see you here, honey. Red Lotus, how are you? I have not heard from you in forever. Belinda, love you a bunch. Trash Bag Fashion Lover. That's a cool name. Will you wear a plastic garbage bag while we chat? I could probably try doing that, but I'm sure my mic would be really muffled. I don't think that would work because you know what? I would have to cut holes in the eyes and the nose, and then, yeah. I don't think that would work out too well, but nice try. And mods, if you're in here, let people talk. It's free speech. First Amendment's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's so great. But unless they're obviously trolling, being mean, or trashing somebody else in the stream, or any racist comments, those things are not allowed. But if they're just wanting to be a troll and they're wanting to be funny and cute and, throw little jabs and tomatoes, that's fine. But unless it's blatant trolling, that's just, not approvable, get them out of here. So, hey, Muhammad, how are you? Hey, Eddie, what's going on? All right, so no one here yet. 56. I thought you were in here, buddy. I'm going to have to mod you up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. I'm going to work on that video and get it out to you tomorrow afternoon. Check at around 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. That should be done. That's what time I'm going to upload it. I love you guys. Crapola, she describes alternatives. Oh my God. What would I do without you? I pray never me. If so, correct me, please. I love you so much. Oh my gosh. That's a name for real, yikers. It is. It was at the top here. Let me show it to you guys. Trash bag fashion lover. Will you wear a plastic garbage bag while we chat? Goober. You are a goober. And where did you come up with that name? All right, guys. Any last comments? Yes, please thumbs up. Last comments? Jojo, what's up? Belinda is beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Mon's bonbons. You make me want a bonbon, you Mon. Yeah. Very warm, very warm hello. See, I can't even talk. Very warm hello, KSmallz, says Jojo. Belinda, you're going to get your conspiracy crown again. Aw, I love you. Much love, Juju. Love you, girl. Nikias, that's just how I'm going to say it, since you didn't want to correct me. That's how I'm always going to say it. All right, guys. I will talk to you all later. Again, this is the safe place. You can leave a comment as a DM to me. And hey, if you want me to pass it to another creator, I can do that as well. But hopefully other creators are going to join me in our safe place and leave the comments to where it's private and where we have to review them and nobody else can see them. And you all have a safe place to chat and get messages to us when you want to talk to us directly. Hashtag safe place. Much love, you all. Let's put this intro out here, okay? And you can see, I didn't see nothing. You didn't see anything. La 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 la. Bye.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls.